Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are interested in seeing this eyeshadow tutorial, then go ahead and keep on watching. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into the video. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick eye tutorial using the Beauty Creations Irresistible palette. I picked this up at a store. It's called Beauty World in my local mall, and this is what it looks like inside. It's pretty similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, but this was around $9, so it was a good deal, and I really like the colors in here. I have tried it out before, and I feel like there is excellent pigmentation to this. You can also find it on their website, on Beauty Creations website, and I had never really heard of this brand before, but I've got a couple palettes from them and I'm pretty impressed with them. So they're just kind of dupes on like really expensive makeup products. But they do have good quality, and they are also cruelty free. So I'm gonna go ahead and do an eye look using this palette, so go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so first up I'm gonna work into the crease, and I'm gonna be using my Luxie 205 tapered blending brush with this shade right here. It's called Only Yours, and it's kind of a taupey mauve color. Very pretty, so I'm just gonna swirl my brush in this and then tap off the excess. And I do like this palette because there's not a ton of excess. I do have a couple palettes that I've talked about before that have a ton of excess, so you're constantly tapping it off. So this one does not. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this into my crease. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and again just blend that same color into the crease. And I like to go slightly upward while I am doing this blending. I feel like it gives my eyes, my eye shape, good definition. You know your eye shape better than anyone. Mine are very round and quite large, and they kind of stick out a little bit. So this kind of creates a nice shadow for my eyes. So again, just blending it in. Make sure that you're blending out the edges so there's no harsh lines. And now I'm going to go in with this shade right here at the bottom. This is called Warm Touch. It's kind of a camel-y colored shade. And again, just swirling my brush in it. This one does have a little more excess powder than Only Yours does. But again, just blending it into my crease. And with this one, I'm not going up as high. I'm kind of focusing it down lower, kind of wiggling it into my lash line and into the crease. And do the same with the other side. Kind of tap it in, wiggle it in, just get it in there. And these are going to be my transition colors. I'm not going to do a super heavy eye look. As you guys know, I don't do very heavy eye looks. Most of my eye looks are very wearable for day to day, but sometimes I do a little more intense. This one, it's going to have some intensity because I'm going to use a really shimmery eyeshadow, but it's not going to be like super like night out on the town kind of look, kind of like a nice simple shimmery eye look. So now I'm just going to kind of deepen this up a little bit. I'm going to switch brushes. This one's a little bit smaller. This is the Luxie 229 tapered blending brush, and I'm going to use this one right here, which is kind of like a plummy brown color, and it's called Yours. And I'm just going to, same with that last shade that I used, kind of tap it in place, not going above the crease, tapping it in, and then blending it out. And this is just going to make the outer V area a little deeper, and it's really going to make the shimmer pop. So now I'm going to do the same with the other eye, tapping it in. I need a little bit more. Tapping it in place, not exceeding the crease line, and just pushing it and wiggling it and blending it into where I want it. Okay, so I am happy with how that looks. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an even smaller brush, and this is from BH Cosmetics Eco Line. It doesn't have a name, but it's like a flat small shader brush. Going in with that same deep plum brown shade, I'm just going to put some in the inner corner area up to the crease line, just patting it in. So it's going to create kind of like a sandwich effect, or I believe some people call it a halo effect on your eye. And same with the other eye. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this angled brush from Marc Jacob, or not, it's not from Marc Jacobs, it's from Marc by Avon. I apologize. And I'm going in with this light nude peachy shade. This is called Naked. And I'm just going to tap this into the center. And this is just going to give us a nice bright base for this shimmer that we're going to lay down. Now for the shimmer, what I'm going to use is this baked highlighter from J Cat Beauty. It's You Glow Girl in 104 Crystal Sand. And I'm going to use some Master Fix spray from Maybelline on that same small shader brush. So I'm just going to spray it lightly. And what this is going to do is it's going to help the color stick to the brush so that it creates a more intense look. So now we're going to dig into the highlighter and just apply this color to that spot in the middle. And you might have to do this a few times to really get the intensity that you want. And also you can use your finger. That works very well for picking up shimmer as well, and just sweep it on. Yeah, there's definitely more that way. And just kind of tap it in place, and we will blend out the edges, don't worry. So going back in on the other eye, tapping it in with the brush first and then going over it with my finger. Okay, I want it just a little bit more intense, so I'm just going to spray my fingers slightly, going back in with that color and pressing more down. And that really deposits the color really easily. So now going back to the palette with my bigger shading brush or blending brush, the 205, I'm going to go in with that Only Yours color again, that very first one that we used, the Dusty Plum taupe color, or the mauve taupe, and just blend out the edges. Get it in the inner corner as well as the outer V. And then I like to bring it up into the crease a little bit as well. And now going in with this shade right here, this is a shimmery pink champagne color. It's called True Love. Going in with my finger, I'm just going to apply some of this into the center. And this one blends out really nicely into the color that we just put down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flat shader, I'm going to go in with Warm Touch, that camel color, and apply it under my lash line. And just blend it into your lashes. You can bring it down a little bit further to create a little bit more shadow and definition if you want. I'm doing it with my other eye. And then to add some more contrast to the under eye, I'm going to go back in with Yours, that plum brown color, and just apply it to the outer part of my lower lash line. Just very lightly smudging it out. And we'll do that on both sides. And now for this look, for my inner corner, in my brow bone highlight, I'm going to go ahead and use the baked highlighter. And I've got a dome-shaped brush from BH Cosmetics Eco line. And just apply a little bit under your brow bone, sculpting it out. And then just a little bit to your inner corner, kind of tapping it in. And I see that I've got some excess powder right here, so I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush and just sweep the excess away lightly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go and do my liner. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner 24 Hour Infallible in Blackest Black. I'm going to be using that with this Luxie small angled brush, and I'm going to use that to draw on the wings and the inner corner, and then I'm going to fill it in using the Revlon Color Stay Liquid Eye Pen. My mascara is going to be L'Oreal Voluminous Original, CoverGirl Total Tease Waterproof, and my favorite Maybelline Falsies Volume Express Waterproof. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these. I'll come back and I'll do the lips with you guys. Okay, I'm back. So one thing that I forgot to mention was for my tightline and my waterline, I did use the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Eye Crown in Earthquake, which is like a coffee brown color. So I did do that, and now for my lips, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Maybelline's Hot Plum, and this is from their Vivids collection, and I'm going to do this on the corners. Well, I guess I'm going to do the whole thing because that's just how it ended up. So just applying the lipstick, and then I'm also going to take a lighter shade, which is Power Peony, which is from their In Bloom collection, I believe is what it was, and just apply this to the center of my top and bottom lips. This got messy. Okay, and there is my completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. It's not a typical one that I normally do. I know it probably feels repetitive that I do like the same kind of everyday looks every time I film a tutorial, so I'm going to try and branch out and give you guys more content. But this is kind of an everyday with a little pop of glitter and shimmer, which makes it very fun. For my face, I have on the Revlon Color Stay Foundation, the Urban Decay Blush in Indecency. For my highlight, I used Urban Decay Sin. My contour is a Rimmel eyeshadow in All About the Base, and my bronzer is a 3 Custom Color Specialist in Warm Brown Sugar eyeshadow. And my brows are Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back, she said shut up and dance with me. This won't